Rhea Ripley reveals she will call The Rock for one reason. Dear loves, welcome to WWE Family Show. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel. Rhea Ripley is one of the biggest and most popular WWE superstars at the moment. She recently revealed the possibility of calling The Rock as a subtle burn toward a pop culture icon. Ripley is set to challenge for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 41, facing Io Sky and Bianca Belair in a triple threat match. She's looking for redemption after Sky took her title away from her with some help from Belair. As a promotion for WrestleMania, Mommy appeared on Cold as Balls with Kevin Hart. They discussed a variety of topics about wrestling, from how she started in Australia to her feud with Liv Morgan. Toward the end of the episode, Rhea Ripley took some shots at Hart. She nicknamed him Small Man before he cut a hilarious impromptu promo while holding the Women's World Championship. She was still the champion when the episode was filmed. Stunned Kevin Hart was left speechless before Rhea Ripley burst out laughing. Hart then acknowledged that he understood why Ripley would choose the final boss over him. For those not into movies, The Rock and Hart have teamed up for several blockbuster films over the years, such as Central Intelligence, Fast and Furious Presents, Hobbs and Shaw, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, Jumanji, The Next Level, and DC League of Super Pets. In addition to her Cold as Balls appearance, Rhea Ripley represented WWE over the weekend when she attended UFC 314 in Miami, Florida. Ripley was with her husband and AEW star Buddy Matthews. She was also supporting fellow Australian Alexander Volkanovski, who faced Diego Lopez in the main event. Ripley received a package from the UFC backstage, filled with several items such as trading cards, a hoodie, and a jersey. She was hyped when Volkanovski was declared the winner, becoming a two-time UFC featherweight champion. Juan Paulo David has been covering all things WWE for Sportskeeda since 2020 and has 8 years of experience in content writing. He holds a degree in agriculture but has been a fan of pro wrestling since a kid. This love for the entertainment sport led him to write about it. Juan writes well-researched articles, not only to ensure that he presents readers with correct facts and figures but also because he wants to learn as much as possible about the topics he writes about. Edge is Juan's all-time favorite wrestler. He grew up watching Edge and Christian and was a huge fan of their tag team. So much so, that if he could go back in time he would manage the duo. And let them know that he can play their entrance themes with a kazoo. Besides wrestling, Juan loves to watch NBA or a Dortmund game. He also enjoys watching TV and movies during his free time. He works as a writer in SK's basketball division. Rhea Ripley recently makes a bold claim stating that a fellow WWE star's descent into madness was her fault. She admitted that her actions caused a lot of bad things to happen, which later came back to haunt her. One of the biggest rivalries of the past year was Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. They were former tag team partners turned bitter enemies, with Ripley initially taking out Morgan. Liv returned the favor in a major way, causing an injury to Mommy while also stealing Dominic Mysterio, the Judgment Day and the Women's World Championship. Speaking on Cold as Balls with Kevin Hart, Ripley opened up about her bad blood with Morgan. She admitted that she was at fault for putting her former partner's career in jeopardy by causing an injury. I turned my back on her. That's my fault, I guess. I injured her because I told her to stay out of my business multiple times. Normally, you take the hint. She didn't get the hint. I might have injured her. I was doing her a favor. Rhea Ripley also pointed out that Liv Morgan took a lot more from her to fulfill her revenge tour. That's why winning back the Women's World Championship at Raw's Netflix premiere was a big deal for the Eradicator. In the same appearance on Cold as Balls with Kevin Hart, Rhea Ripley was asked who her favorite WWE superstars growing up were. Ripley could name 3 on the top of her head: Triple H, The Miz, and CM Punk. He has nothing but respect for them. Though he called the Miz a keckhead, Ripley added that it is still surreal to her that Triple H is now her boss, while she was hyped for CM Punk's return back in late 2023. While using any quotes from this article, please credit the original source and give a H/T to Sportskeeda Wrestling for the transcription. Juan Paulo David has been covering all things WWE for Sportskeeda since 2020 and has 8 years of experience in content writing. He holds a degree in agriculture but has been a fan of pro wrestling since a kid. This love for the entertainment sport led him to write about it. Juan writes well-researched articles, not only to ensure that he presents readers with correct